Okay, for Yamakwa, but the Likee TV no message sending our channel so now or hit out my no subscribe or same dropping the latest news to be a obejebre now so and sa etimi akabi na ye borra in said man na etie for the latest news etie for etimi abebom no na come here say Professor Addai ho ya akedwe mu because the NDC team na expose Professor Addai mo chese some 200,000 scandals be time no wo GRA no any obaye adwuma so narcotics ho control ho niam bi finance na how musi church nsem because open one of nipa mu defend the MPP aban pa na Professor Addai utimi so udi makotene pa na this time on send ye Jojo man Mahama ama yati asese obibia we diske bia no ombe expose no this time no em say enko names no majority na ashase a eboboba but me pese ye bowrom ne tie Professor Addai so ne nsem na mudia beto dwan ye ba de ka ho no me de mu nsem ebebremo
proud of. And I want to say on record, when I saw this appointment, Brigadier General Maxwell Obuba Mante appointed the Director General of the Narcotic Control Commission. The Narcotic Control Commission was one commission I was always on when the NDC were in opposition. I had always said, until you get the right people to lead the Narcotic Commission, we are always going to have the influx of criminals and drugs into the system. At a point, Ghana as a nation, we were basically the transit point for narcotics. And when they moved Obi to say, Mr. Addai, Echo Narcotic Control, he went to GRA. This old man went there for money. At a point, I did a scandal whereby $200,000, 200 kilos of raw cocaine was seized. I was on narcotic control. So where are those things? Nobody spoke. And I was campaigning and saying, we need people who understand these kind of things to manage it. We need people with experience. We need people who can understand the dynamics. Because you need somebody who can think of how a Navy officer thinks. He can also think how an immigration officer thinks. He can also think how a police officer thinks. That person can look at all these things and be like, okay, this is what we need to do. You need people who have experience. Now, when I heard the appointment of this man, I took my time, said, me could read about him. And you see, we have a lot of good people, experienced people, dedicated people who have served this nation, and we kept them on the sidelines because politics, essay growing. Now, this man, I'm going to question narcotic control. You will see the changes. You will see how disciplined and how structured the Narcotic Control Board Commission will be. I took my time, I studied, I read about this man. I was surprised. I realized that John Mahama just doesn't make appointment. He takes his time to get the right people at the right places. And I would like to applaud the president for this decision. Because you see, these are people with ranks in the army that no foolish person can just look at their face and speak anyhow. Because you look at his background, you look at what he knows, you look at his experience. So you as a small officer or whoever you are, you cannot just look at this man and say, I'm just throwing my weight around. You can't. Because he's coming with a lot and vast experience, and he's here to protect his integrity. Such people have been in the army for years. They want to, at the end of the day, retire in dignity. They want to go home with something. They are not going to use this to swell all the hard work they have been able to do in the army. This is a general. This is not a political stooge. This is not some criminal, a politician thinks to say, Okoshawa, Obekatakatanyoma. So this is a general who has been working. This is a general who has been sacrificing patriotism while ye be to get here. And he will make sure he protects this nation. And this is what I want politicians to understand. Put the right people at the right place. This is one of the best appointments I've heard from John Mahama. And I took my time, go and read the background of this man. You will understand that now Ghana is resetting. We are getting right people to manage the country. Because you need people with intelligence and experience. And this, I will applaud the president. And my message to this man is that the patriotism of the serve Ghana military, it might go through the ranks to get to this point. I believe and I know. And from what I have read, he is basically going to make sure he walks out as a hero. And whether it is going to be for 4 years, it's going to be for 8 years, for 15 years, he needs to leave a mark. And I believe, and because of the experience these people have and the commitment, Master, for somebody to serve in the army to become a general, a patriotism, because at the point, also go jai. But when people sacrifice their half of their life, almost 60% of their lifetime on earth, to serve in the military, then they really love their nation. And these are the kind of people we need. So I applaud the president for this decision. The Narcotics Commission is a very sensitive place that we need people who understand, who have some kind of credibility. And this man has passed all the tests. And I believe that he's going to make some changes. He's going to bring some change to the Narcotics Commission. And Ghana as a nation, the resetting for 42 years, we know, sir, from the things we are seeing, any of these kind of things, we are all in the right hands. Thank you. Now, look at this. Today, after the budget was read, maybe some at the MPP for Ghana for MPP for Ghana for some young Kwasia for. Let me show you why. Which one is this? Mr. S, forget this one. Pele Pele, the one about the move. Forget Pele Pele, Mr. S. Oh, no, it wasn't coming from you, Mr. S. Yes, so thank you very much, team. My team wanted me to show you this. As I was talking about the general, when I was talking about this general, my team just sent me something to show to you. And the Kufuado and the MPP. The reason why I'm saying people like these, they are asset to the nation. When the MPP, they were in power, these are some of the things. Ghana identified as transit country for drug trafficking, British High Commission. And you see, and this was in 2022. Because the people who were at the Narcotic Control Commission, they were criminals. They were just opening the doors for drug addicts, drug peddlers, drug cartels to just bring drugs into this country. We became a transit point, and the British High Commission, I'm going to release that statement, Anytime I say the appointment by John Mahama, by putting this man there, Mr. Mante, General Manteno, John Mahama has made the best decision. He has made the best decision for this country. And then I made mouth. But I wanted you to know, say, the facts are there. I didn't just say it, but there were facts that was supporting what I was saying. Because this platform, we don't want anyone to think, say, I can't say, yeah, ninja. So all the things I was saying, there was a reason. Anytime I'm person the reason, right now, from 2022, British High Commission Krakacha said Ghana is a transit point for getting drugs, narcotics. We need men like these. And they, I believe, from what I have read and what I am reading now, his background and his integrity and credibility in the army as a general, we are in safe hands. And we know our borders will be safe. Our system will be safe. Young men today, drugs, Ghana. And we need people like these who have strong hands to take firm decisions to stop that drug addiction. There are a lot of drugs that are coming into this country that needs to be stopped. And I believe that men like these can do this job. Now, the reason why it's here MPP for Ghana for. Ghana for say Kwasia for. Now, the former finance minister, deputy finance minister, this is the woman Okoye merry-go-round as a train bima nebus nikrom as a deputy finance minister. Oh, Mr. Get me that video. Also, Okoye loco be na okote sa ni kroma hemfo betene mu ana omote merry-go-round bi mu no mami we. Sa girl we. Onna na deputy kenoforiata mami we wie sika. We ntumi ndi ama ne komu anhyehe. We wie Ghana sika nyina sela hu na isa kokoba tan. Okasa I say ye di moka wo de tiko. We wie Ghana sika nyina ni komu nkasa isa kokoba tan. Or sign kwasia contract or wie sika. Or see, we expected them to show some level of clear funding for Agenda 111. Ye wie budget na ye kan wie no or see on tiasie adenti na NDC for amfa sika entwa sika o budget ma edekwa kosi Agenda 111 mumie ntie eye akokoba time.
And the MPP has been vindicated. Let us wait for the numbers again from the IMF in April 2025, and clearly you see that we will be vindicated once again. I believe that they have lost touch with the people. They haven't been truthful to the people. And clearly, one other thing that I saw missing I mean, totally was a plan to fund the Agenda 111. These are investments that government use public funding. So you cannot tell us that you are not going to fund it, you are going to leave it in that state that it is. Otherwise, when you do that, you'll be causing financial loss, to the states. We expected them to show some level of clear funding for the Agenda 111. We did not see that. So people who have these uncompleted buildings and constituencies that have these uncompleted hospitals in their constituencies, how do you think they will feel? Are they not part of Ghanaians? So we expected to see some level of progress in that. We are not saying complete all in one financial year, but then there should be a plan to complete it in their term of office. We did not see that too. So, this budget, I am sure their base will be disappointed. A lot of Ghanaians will be disappointed. And those who voted for them for the first time will realize that...
See some cheap politics be all here. Can you check cheap politics be all here? We come on Kasenka says or the Tobri Bank for Gaetano. And I would do for your teaching in Kwasia some Ghana. We come to Krontokro was a quine. Edia sana I go about time ken. Osia on tiasie. E was senka budget ni kan ye no. Adena John Mahama ntwesika ye de be see Agenda 111 abuwa toriwa. Until you are telling us to say Agenda 111 mu ensi. Na mo Agenda 111 na be si mutim na mo ka asem be ye no. Na munim se sika na sika na ho e na mo so mo be ye no. Mo ye moa. You are foolish people. Mona mama politics aya time. You and who are disappointed. Bisi wo komu kasenka se anhwa kwanta highway. Ese de entina nka mo ye Agenda 111 na musi ye no. Na musi ye no. De sika na mudi isi. Now we are deputy finance minister. So there was no money sitting there. Because if there was money sitting there, you should have completed Agenda 111. But a BLM catches MPP for your Jimmy. And you see, sometimes you don't have to blame them. You don't have to blame them because John Mahama about power, the first thing he said was that his government is not going to start any new project. And now what they are going to do is that they are going to make sure say a project there was a partnership from outside, and the complete, they will find partnership and complete. There was a buy so etwaso, they will find money and continue. Because sika sa about time akokoba time we mu edino. There's no need for us to leave a project that are existing. Project that existed before Nkwasiafo we about power, a MPP for. Because before the MPP came to power, there were projects under free SHS, E-blocks, they were supposed to just paint it in Kwasiafo. Ghana. They said no. San Kwasiafo about power. John Mahama to me see free SHS eboso. Majority of them, they were schools kids could enter and study. They were just supposed to open it. About time we, about time we, on the MPP forecast said no, Omumbie Addai, ye bia John Mahama beje credit. But John Mahama about power no, what can on several occasions to say he wants, or the government of Ghana wants to continue Agenda 111 because in Kwasiafo Tisemo you could not complete one. Sa obata we kasa de komu kasenka say beifu of free Japan no. Na nkoso ka che Ghana for say ye de Agenda 111 ne buy no. Eni esi edu nson, eni esi 30. Why you draw smu insuo abegina be ka kire say, "Ai, you are disappointed." And won tia say, "O we ge said ya opam poboa e was Uzbekistan." Kwasiafo mo power wo as a deputy finance minister. Ade a wodi ko ukuro mu nie wo.
When you are honorable Abraham or say Asari, the Newz who the die soon. And I'm my honorable Abraham or say Asari. And the die soon, the Newz who I don't know. We are here behind a trail. On one or Titi and or Shisha and the baby. But you are for Germany, Papa for Germany, Kumasi for Germany. And you mean pressure for some Mama Germany. There's something you might be doing.
Honorable Mammy, shut out. Shut out. Shut out. Shut out. Why are dear? Why do you say me ba be kase tiana? Me kase tiada. Honorable obantampa na kuma. Chese senior near my con, if we are sending near my con. Who say no for now? You need something to entertain yourself. You need something to release stress. Who say?
Ojina na Pantime, baby, do I Nkromni as a deputy finance minister. Why Ukomu Kase said Yedo Koji dadwa. Unkomu Kase said Yedo Koji dadwa bebo danso. Abejina, and you don't understand, and I don't know, and they don't know funding, and hey, shut up. O Pantime say opener. Would you say Jimmy Ohu? Would you say Yankwasiafo? Would you say Yeti Ghana no? Yenina Yankwasiafo to say Chema to me. Udi finance minister of Ghana and I could try well that Okofa well that for be no to try and audit Nanam Cotinum. Adia do call Chrome and the Acherono. Adia would be the call Chrome as a deputy finance minister and I'm the Acherono. Wasiato, Abedina say they need funding. Young of us can influence him. Young boys and Ukum. Yamaya Gala will come to Chrome, young Copes can be agenda 111. Ukomu to Chrono and no money Yamaya Gala, near Mayisika, Evancosi agenda 111. Who just come to war? Wa Pantime some mook. Abejira and we don't understand. And again, hey, can't you never drink a fool because I'm engineer home? Someone quasi idea with my yes, Nipan can be Bianchemo. You can answer, what did you about them? Now, what men can do, women can do, ye didn't matter me any matter and moi. And then you say what man.
Midamase Samoje Brewer Daily Update TV.